Thank you. This is going to be an experience that the National Olympic Committee of Sri Lanka, together with the people of Sri Lanka, is going to experience. In an era of high-tech and digital activity, this is just a teaser and an invitation to all that.
We are positive. We are committed. We are hard-working. Always pushing the boundary. Gymnastics, show jumping, and badminton. Our dream is to defy every barrier put in front of us. Our dream is here. We are Team Sri Lanka for the Tokyo Olympics 2020.
Thank you. Is being complemented and augmented by the private sector, the corporate sector, and that is what we are really looking forward to. Okay, we are happy to invite a unique personality. She is considered the fastest in whole of Asia in the sprints at this highest level. The medal winner has had 4 direct qualification participations at Olympics, starting with 1996 Atlanta, then happy to be around in Sydney, where that epic run was there, followed by Athens and Beijing in 2008. By far, one of the most eligible people to talk to you today. We cordially invite Susantika Jayasinghe.
අයිබෝවන් සුබෝදෑසනක් දෙන්නට ජාතික ඔලිම්පික් කමිටුවේ සභාපතිතුමා ලේකම්තුමා අනුක සියලුම සභාපතිවරු අනිකුත් නිලධාරීන් වගේම ක්‍රීඩකයන් අනුග්‍රහ බවට මාතෘකාවෙන් සියලු දෙනාගේ ආසයි. හරි සන්තෝෂයි මෙවර ඔලිම්පික් ක්‍රීඩාවලදී ශ්‍රී ලංකා කණ්ඩායම නියෝජනය කිරීම ඒ වෙනුවෙන් රටක් ජාතියක් වශයෙන් අපේ ශ්‍රී ලංකා කණ්ඩායමට අපේ රට නියෝජනය කරන්න සුදුසුකම් ලැබලා ඒ තරඟ වදින්න යන්න සූදානම් වෙන මොහොතේ මෙවන් ක්‍රීඩකයන් දිරිගැන්වීම ශක්තිමත් කිරීම ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ සාර්ථකත්වය කරා ගෙන යාමට ගන්නා වූ මේ මෙහෙවර මෙවන් අවස්ථාවක මට ක්‍රීඩිකාවක් වශයෙන් පදක්කල්ලාභිනිය වශයෙන් මෙතෙන්ට ඇවිල්ලා වචනයක් කතා කරන්න සුබ පතන්න අගය කරන්න ලැබීම ගැන මම සතුටුයි. පළමුවෙන්ම මම හිතනවා මට දැනෙනවා මගේ ක්‍රීඩාවේ අවබෝධයට අනුව මම ක්‍රීඩා කරන කාලේ ඇත්තටම අපිට මෙහෙම අවබෝධයක් තිබුණ නැහැ. මාර්ග පෙන්වීමක් හෝ ක්‍රීඩාව ගැන හෝ අනුග්‍රාහක බවතුන් ගැන හෝ මේ වගේ ජාතික ඔලිම්පික් කමිටුව හරහා මෙවැනි ශක්තියක් ධෛර්යයක් ක්‍රීඩකයන් හට ලබා දීම ලොකු ආශිර්වාදයක්. මම ඒ ගැන ගොඩක් ආඩම්බර වෙනවා. ඉතින් ඒ නිසා පළමුවෙන්ම මම අපේ මාතෘ භූමිය වෙනුවෙන් සතුටු වෙනවා, ස්තුතිවන්ත වෙනවා. ඒ වගේම අනුග්‍රාහක බවතුන් ඔබ සියලුම දෙනා ඇත්තටම ඉතාමත් ඉහළින් වටිනාකමකින් ගෞරවපූර්වකව පිළිගන්නවා. ඒ සතුට පළ කරනවා. මොකද අපි එදා ගොඩාක් කරදර බාධක අඩුපාඩු මැද්දේ මේ ශ්‍රී ලංකාව කියන නම රට ලෝකෙට ගෙනිච්ච නිසාම තමයි අද මෙවැනි වටිනාකමක් ක්‍රීඩාවට ලැබිලා තියෙන්නේ. ඒ නිසා ඔබතුමන්ලා මේ ක්‍රීඩාවට සම්බන්ධ වෙලා අපේ මේ විවිධාකාර ක්‍රීඩාවන්ගෙන් දක්ෂතා පෙන්නලා ඉස්සරහට ඇවිල්ලා මේ ඔලිම්පික් ක්‍රීඩා වලට යන ක්‍රීඩකයන් හට අනුග්‍රාහකත්වයක් ලබා දෙන්න සම්බන්ධීම ගැන මම හිතනවා මෙතන ඉන්න අනිත් ඔක්කොටම වඩා ඊ තියෙන හිතේ සතුට ලොකුවටම දැනෙනවා. මොකද තරගයකට යන්න ගියාම ඒ තියෙන අවශ්‍යතාවයන් ක්‍රීඩාවේ පසුබිම වටිනාකම දැනෙන්නේ ක්‍රීඩකයාට. මොනවා හරි අඩුපාඩුවක් තියෙනකොට අගහිගකමක් තියෙනකොට ඔලිම්පික් වගේ ක්‍රීඩාවකදී ඒක ලොකුවට දැනෙනවා. ඒ නිසා ඔබතුමාලා අපේ ජාතික ඔලිම්පික් කමිටුවත් එක්ක සම්බන්ධ වෙන ලොකු ශක්තියක් ධෛර්යයක් වටිනාකම. ඒ වගේම ක්‍රීඩකයන් හට මම කියන්න කැමති මම ක්‍රීඩා කරපු කාලෙත් එක්ක ගත්තාම අද පදක්කල්ලාභිනිය වශයෙන් ඔයාලට මට අදහසක් දෙන්න. ඒ නිසා මේ යන ක්‍රීඩකීන්ට මට කියන්න තියෙන එක දෙයයි නැති වෙන දෙයක් නැහැ. මගේ අපේ ගාමීය භාෂාවෙන් අපේ රටේ භාෂාවෙන් සිංහලෙන් කිව්වොත් අපිට තියෙන තැනක් ඇති කරගන්න විතරයි. මොකද ඔලිම්පික් එකට ගියාම නමක් තිබුණොත් දැන් යම්කිසි පදක්කමක් අරගෙන අපි කියමුකෝ යුරෝප් චැම්පියන්, ඒෂියන් චැම්පියන්, එහෙම නැත්නම් මෙයා වර්ල්ඩ් টොප් 10 එකේ ඉන්නවා. එහෙම තිබුණොත් එයාට තියෙනවා රැක ගන්න තැන. නමුත් මම හිතනවා අපේ කණ්ඩායමේ ක්‍රීඩකයින්ට හොඳ මානසිකත්වයකින් තමන්ගේ ඉලක්කය කරා යන්න ලොකු අවස්ථාවක්. තුට්ටක්වත් බය වෙන්න අවශ්‍ය නැහැ. තමන්ගේ පුහුණුව තමන්ගේ බලාපොරොත්තුව රටට විශිෂ්ට ජයග්‍රහණයක් ගෙනෙන්න කිසිදු බය සැකකින් තොරව මේ ගමන ගිහිල්ලා ඔබ තරගෙට ඉදිරිපත් වෙලා ඒ තමන් උද්දේලිකව තමන් දන්නවා තමන් කොතෙන්ද යන්න බලාපොරොත්තු. අන්නේ ඉලක්කයට යන්න තමන් වග බලාගන්න. ඒ නිසා මට නම් ඇත්තටම මට තිබුණේ මගේ චිත්ත ශක්තියම තමයි. මට නොයේකුත් අඩුපාඩු තිබුණා, නොයේකුත් බාධක තිබුණා, නොයේකුත් හැලහැප්පීම් තිබුණා. ඒ නිසා සමහරලාට පුහුණු කටයුතු වෙන්න, පුහුණු කටයුතු කරන්න, මට මගේ අගහිතකම් ලබා ගන්න සපත්තු පුහුණු වෙන්න තැනක් නොයේකුත් ඒ කාලේ වද හිංසා ගොඩක් දේවල් තිබුණා. සමහරලාවට මට මේ වගේ නිලධාරීන්ගෙන් පවා මට එහෙම බාධක තිබුණා. නමුත් මේ ක්‍රීඩකීන්ට එහෙම නෑ. ඒ නිසා මම විශ්වාස කරනවා ඔබට ඒ සියලු ශක්තිය, ඒ සියලු ධෛර්යය, ඒ සියලු වටිනාකම් එක්ක ශ්‍රී ලංකාව නියෝජනය කරලා මම වගේම මේ මාතෘ භූමියට ගෞරවයක් ගෙනෙන්න ඔබ සියලු දෙනාට වාසනාව, ශක්තිය, ධෛර්යය ලැබේවා කියලා ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරමින් මෙවැනි පදක්කම මීටත් වඩා වටිනාකමකින් අපේ රට සරසවන්නට නුඹලාට හැකියාව, ශක්තිය, ධෛර්යය ලැබේවා කියලා ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරමින් ජයග්‍රාහී මානසිකත්වයකින්, ජයග්‍රාහී මනසකින්, ජයග්‍රාහී හිතකින් මම ආශිර්වාද කරනවා. තෙරුවන් සරණයි. ජයෙන් ජයම වේවා. බොහොම ස්තුතියි.
වසර 2000 දී අහක බැලුවේ නැත්තම් වෙන කතාවක්. මේකත් බලන්න. We'll have a 3-time Olympian couple who will be in their second Olympics, and 2 sports being represented at the Olympics for the first time. So could be history making, you never know. Cordially inviting members to the head table, President of the National Olympic Committee, Mr. Suresh Subramaniam, the Secretary General, Mr. Maxwell De Silva, Chef Division, Mr. Gamini Jasinghe, Executive Committee member, Mr. Fazil Hussain, together with the Assistant Secretary and Press Attaché to the Games, Wing Commander retired Chandana Lenage. Thank you, lady and gentlemen. By now, the burden of sending the contingent to Tokyo is basically with the National Olympic Committee. They have a hard-working, wonderful team that is working round the clock to make it happen. It has been the story for a long time, and he has been the exemplary team leader. He has experience and exposure at the world stage. We take this opportunity to cordially invite the President of the National Olympic Committee of Sri Lanka, Mr. Suresh Subramaniam, to welcome you all. Sir.
I feel very nervous front of the corporate giants in front of me. Nelson Mandela said, sports has the power to change the world power to change the world, and it has the power to change and inspire and unite. Very good morning, welcome to Mahesh Hydramani, Rajiv Malalasekara from Mars, Brandix, Thiru Jayanthan, CEO, Sunshine Holding, Hishan Pereira, Daras, Karin Vijayaratna, Director and Communication, Event Street. Feroz Dean from Swarnavahini, Asanka Dimel, Lovi, Krishan Kanagiswaran, Richardson, and Mrs. Nimalaseri from PG Martin. Ladies and gentlemen, my fellow colleagues at the NOC, members of the head table, Susantika, Jayasingh, and athletes Niluka Karunaratna and Madam Megudavela, media, thank you very much for being here. We have hardly 2 weeks for the Olympics, Tokyo 2020. But we are having it in 2021. You all know the reason for 2021. When the IOC President Thomas Bach and the Tokyo 2020 decided last year to postpone the Olympics, I knew it was a huge task. Thank God they didn't cancel the Olympics. Let me tell you why it's huge task was. The stadiums and the grounds that were to have the events were already privatized or sold, and there were so many other events to take place soon after the Olympics, which meant they had to pay compensation for those events. Number two, all these athletes were training and they were peaking for 2020. Unfortunately, when it was postponed, they got to work for another year, which is a very, very difficult for an athlete. So, even the same problem was with the passed down to the National Olympic Committee, International Federation. We too had this huge task and huge problem, which very little people knew what we were doing. Gentlemen, let me tell you, when we went down and went for a lockdown, the athletes could not train. They decided to go back to their home, which is outside Colombo. Let me tell you a very interesting story. After about a month, I had a call from one of the weightlifters. He told me, sir, mage amma hari kanagati mata kෑම දෙන්නේ නැහැ වගේ කොළඹ. So I asked him why. නෑ සර් මං හරියට කිට්ටු වෙලා කියලා අම්මා කියනවා අම්මා දන්නේ නැහැ මම මේ weight එක category එක තියාගන්න ඕනේ කියලා. So he wants to know what do I do? I said, look, you can't disobey or you have to keep your mother happy. So do whatever you can, but please maintain your weight. Because that is the biggest problem. You will not be able to compete in the weight category, which we all know that when we gain weight, it's a problem. But for athletes, it's worse. So, on the part of Olympic side, we realize there is a problem for athletes. There are problems for the coaches, officials, administrators. Every one of us was struggling. I must introduce Maxwell, my secretary, and who was the president or chairman of the education committee. We came forward to have virtual education program, which we did last 2 years of administrative course, so that everybody could join it. So we want to keep the office staff, National Federation and the coaches tuned to it. And we also had the diplomatic course where a lot of the foreign participants participated, and also we had motivation for the players. At this juncture, I must tell you, there was only one great cricketer who volunteered to do that, was Mahela. He was ever willing to speak to the players, and another one was Susantika. I was a little disappointed with the other cricketers, but at least Mahela stepped up. And I also joined that meeting, and one of the players asked him, "Sir, Ayya, මට ගෙදරින් පිට යන්න දෙන්නේ නැහැ, මේක එළිය පොලිසියෙන් ඉන්නවා. මට ට්‍රේන් කරන්න බෑ." So I heard what Mahela said in Sinhalese, but I don't remember the word. But he said was, "Malli, ගෙදරට වෙලා visualize කරන්න. What you are doing, you got to visualize. That's the only thing you can do. Keep focus." Though Mahela is not here, thank you very much. I think you should pass that message on to Mahela. He stepped up to do that. Number 2, and most importantly, 2018, I, with my committee, was elected. I'm sure most of you who are following that would have known the amount of negative press article created by the so-called positive people. However, I knew the problem was on the finance. I had never been in the National Olympic Committee before. I was invited to take over, where I had to face an election, and I was elected. So I did not know, and some of my team members did not know what happened before. So we had the able finance committee chairman, Joe. Joe, are you on screen? Joseph Kenny, and the co-chairman Lalit Vitana. Lalit, please. Lalit Vitana. He was ex-Brandix, and the CFO ex-Brandix. He did an excellent job clearing past mistakes. But we don't have, I'm sure we don't have any problem. I'm sure if not for that, you gentlemen won't be here supporting us. Then, having assumed office, there were 3 or 4 important things that was missing. One was, we didn't have a media unit. So I invited Pati, please, Pati from Sunday Times. He headed the media unit. The purpose was never to market us. The purpose was to market our athletes. Everybody here knows, they know the cricketers. None of them know our athletes. So Pati did the marketing part with 3 other members. I'm sure they are all here. We released a Good Sport magazine which carried the details of our athletes, and we marketed. Unfortunately, it's a quarterly magazine. It was given free of charge to all the federation and all the corporate, and it was very well recognized by the IOC president himself. Such a good magazine we put out. Unfortunately, last 1.5 years there are no sports, so we could not report, but magazine will be from soon after the Olympics. We will have the magazine. Then the other important thing we had was the high performance committee headed by Asanga Seniviratna, past rugby captain of Sri Lanka. The purpose of high performance was because any federation can produce a champion. High performance to produce medals. That was the purpose of the high performance, and Asanga had been doing a great job in it. Then we had the Junior Development Committee headed by Shiranta. Shiranta, please, from the Rural Shooting Federation. We have been working because juniors are the school goers, so we have to be mindful of that. Then we had another very important committee headed by none other than Nilu Jayatilaka over here. So the Women's Committee. Not only the Women's Committee, she looks after the sexual harassment policy, which today we call it Safe Sport. Without the safe sport, parents are not going to send their children. So we have got most of the federation signing up with us. IOC is very impressed. IOC is supporting us because we are in line with IOC. Having said all that, I made my task very easy. These guys work and I only speak. Gentlemen, for the sport to thrive, there are 3 pillars in this country. One is the National Federation, the two is the Ministry of Sport, and third one being the National Olympic Committee. Fortunately, after we took office, these three pillars are working very, very closely, and we have brought in a new pillar, that is Ministry of Education, which was never there before. And I think I'm proud to say this is the first time in the history of Sri Lanka, the National Olympic Committee was able to get Ministry of Sport and Education Ministry together. The idea was most of these talented kids who perform in school, when they leave school, nobody knows, those children don't know where to go. To reach the national standard, it takes 3 to 5 years after they leave school. So we are monitoring that. The Junior Development Committee, we have a very good sponsor, Chris Pro, who came forward last year, who are supporting us. We have selected 24 athletes from different disciplines, and we spend closer to 50,000 rupees a month looking after these village athletes, and they are doing extremely well. Ladies and gentlemen, I must have a record. Could I have the sponsors on screen, please? Anyway, I know the sponsors by heart. Mass Holding, Brandix, Hydra Money, Sunshine Holding, whom I knew personally. I did not make any presentation to them about Olympic. I only sent a WhatsApp message. Message came back, done. Tell me what you want, done, that's all. I'll promise you, you will never regret. I had always supported, you all always supported us, we had kept to our promise. And this time it's going to be even better. Rupavahini is joining us, and also e-channel is going to be online. Channel I. Ladies and gentlemen, it is very, very important. Without your support to Team Sri Lanka, we cannot move forward. It is finally the rupee and cents that matters. And thank you very much. The 22 million people in this country will remember when our athletes participate in this time. Not only this time, 2024, 2028, and next year we have a very important event, two events, Commonwealth Games as well as Asian Games. We are already preparing. This is not an easy task. Having said that, during this COVID time, our children missed out many other events because Asia also was in lockdown. There were no qualifying events, which meant their ranking were dropping. So it was a difficult task. Fortunately, Milka, our gymnastic athlete, was training in Japan. She qualified on her own merit. Same way, Matilda Carsten qualified on her merit. Rest became a huge challenging task. I must place on record my secretary, who is very well known in the International Olympic Committee. Also, we had created such a good image last 3 to 4 years, or 3 years, not yet 4. We were able to muster support, because when we request a wild card, the whole world is requesting wild card, and we are a small country, and we have not made any huge impact after Susantika left. So it was a challenging task, and I'm sorry 2 of our athletes missed out. The archery and weightlifting missed out. I'm sure they will come strong next time. The guys who are selected, well, congratulations. Some of them are on Zoom. I'm sure they will show in a little while. And I have to mention about Niluka, who is a badminton player over here. He was the chairman of the Athlete Commission, whereby he sits in our board. Let me tell you an interesting story. In fact, I got his permission to talk about it. Last year, when we again starting Olympic all over again, Niluka, being a board member, made a presentation that he needs so much money and to qualify for 2020. Niluka, being a board member, nobody said anything. I, from the chair, rejected his proposed. He was very upset, and I can tell you even my board was very upset. Soon after the meeting, Niluka came down and said, "Sir, why do you do this?" I said, "Niluka, to participate in Olympic, I don't spend money. We have already participated twice. The third time participation, I'll give it to the younger player if I have to do. But if you guarantee me that you go and lose 15 kilos, but he told me he had lost 14 now. He told me 15 kilos in weight. You have to win the nationals." And he was 166 in the ranking. Unless ranking comes down, he has no chance. I'm very happy to say Niluka met his commitment. We met his requirement. So Niluka is on board. I'm sure he's going to go try his best to prove his worthiness. Ladies and gentlemen, without these athletes, we are nobody. At the same time, as Susantika said, if we don't support these athletes, they also can't reach anywhere. It is only we sponsors, the private sector mentality that I have, that I was able to get my friends. Because of my friends and because of their names appearing, let me be honest, everybody came on this. And my events manager, Ifam, yesterday held his head and said, "Don't bring any more sponsors." That's the first time I heard that, "Don't bring any more sponsors." With that in mind, may I wish our athletes, everyone, a success and a good journey going forward, and Jai Veva to our athletes. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Suresh Subramaniam, President, National Olympic Committee of Sri Lanka. The whole purpose of this gathering is to acknowledge the role played by the corporate sector in helping the National Olympic Committee get to this level of success. We are ready to start off with that aspect now. For over 100 years, they have been creating the future of apparel. A pioneer of the Sri Lankan manufacturing industry, they brighten the world of fashion with new ways to succeed. Their future-focused vision is underpinned by strong production capabilities and values. They have facilities in Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Vietnam, and Ethiopia, with over 55,000 employees across the group. Cordially inviting Mr. Mahesh Hydramani, Chairman, Hydramani Group, as presenting partner of Team Sri Lanka, Tokyo 2020. Thank you very much, Mr. Mahesh Hydramani. A leader in Sri Lanka's apparel industry, they develop, manufacture and market end-to-end apparel solutions to world-renowned brands, whilst empowering sustainable development in the communities they operate. The network extends across Sri Lanka, India, and Bangladesh with over 60,000 employees on a journey to inspire across every point of their operations. Cordially inviting Mr. Rajiv Malalasekara, SBU CEO of Brandix. So Hydramani and Brandix were the presenting partners as far as the Tokyo 2020 is concerned. Next, cordially inviting is Rajita Jayasurya, Director Corporate Affairs from MAS Group, Associate Partner of Team Sri Lanka Tokyo 2020. Cordially inviting Mr. Thiru Sandan, Chief Executive Officer, Sunshine Medical Devices from Sunshine Holdings, Associate Partner, Team Sri Lanka, Tokyo 2020. Thank Mr. Thiru Sandan. Next, we cordially invite Mr. Heshan Pereira, Head of Marketing from Daraz, Digital Partner, Team Sri Lanka, Tokyo 2020. Smash Hydramani, another cordial invitation to you to please come up. They want to take a photograph without the mask. The experience of the new normal, sir, with apologies. Thank you, sir. Cordial inviting Ms. Karin Vijayaratna, Managing Director of Event History, Marketing Partner, Team Sri Lanka, Tokyo 2020. Ms. Karin Vijayaratna, thank you very much. Next, may we call upon the representative from Rupavahini and Channel I, the broadcasting partner for Olympic Games 2020. Not present. Anyway, there it is. Okay. Mr. Feroz Dean, Channel Head from Swarnavahini Group, Electronic Media Partner, Team Sri Lanka, Tokyo 2020. Thank you, Mr. Feroz Dean. Cordial inviting Mr. Asanka Dimel, Chief Executive Officer from Lovi, Lifestyle Partner, Team Sri Lanka, Tokyo 2020. Thank you, Mr. Asanka Dimel. Cordial inviting Mr. Kishan Kanagiswaran, Director from Richardson Media, the outdoor media partner, Sri Lanka Team, Tokyo 2020. Thank you, Mr. Kishan Kanagizwaran. Finally, cordially inviting Mrs. Chamila Nimaliseri, Director PG Martin, Accessories Partner, Team Sri Lanka, Tokyo 2020. Thank you, Mrs. Chamila Nimaliseri. So there's a request from Event History. This is of the schedule. They want the partners together for a group photograph. The associate partners, the presenting partners. Kalifam, you'll have to manage this. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as I said earlier, Team NOC Sri Lanka has a wonderful set of people working round the clock to make this event a very successful one and a unique one. And one of the main taskmasters and adjudicators of all those aspects is the Secretary General, Mr. Maxwell De Silva, as we cordially invite him to propose the vote of thanks. Sir.
සුබ උදෑසනක් වණක්කම් Assalamu alaikum in Japanese Wahai Gozaimasu. Members of the head table, President of NOC, Ms. Susantika Jayasinghe, our one and only Olympic medalist. The sponsors, supporters, media partners, our EXCO members, ladies and gentlemen, also my dear athletes. Traditionally, I have been given the task to give the vote of thanks. Firstly, let me reiterate what our President Suresh said 3.5 years ago. We got elected. We had a lot of publicity, and I really like it because I had to prove if you are a Olympic champion, if you fall, you get up and run. Suresh was telling me, Maxi, the down I said yes. Even Mr. Hemazir Fernando asked me, Maxi, are you sure? So we had a lot of meetings. I just want to recollect. I just want to tell the athletes, never give up. As Susantika said, අපිට නැති වෙන්න දෙයක් නැහැ. වාට තියෙන දුවලා දිනන්න. Thank you. So we started the journey in creating image, particularly in the eyes of public. I'm very happy, Suresh, to note we have top corporates here. Firstly, I'd like to acknowledge Mr. Hydromani. He came to your office. I can't forget that. No presentations, and you agree. And you say, Maxwell, Suresh, I don't want publicity. That's the kind of thing we like it. Same thing with Brandix. I like to say thank you, Brandix. After our famous guy who left MAS, we were lucky to get support from MAS. So Brandix, we are not forgotten from tennis. When Suresh spoke to you all, I was his secretary in tennis. You all came and helped us in building those hard courts. These are good things what you have done. So Hydromani, Brandix, Moss, you have been with us. Sometimes they say, Maxwell or Suresh, we don't want publicity. I firmly believe the left hand should not know what right hand is doing. I practice that. That was one of my strong points and weak points because people say what NOC has been doing, not being told. Now we will tell you what we have done. Also, I'm glad to see Sunshine holding here. So with this, we are going into the market with the blessing of the corporate, blessing of the media. I must place on record my sincere appreciation to Mr. Subramanian. Few years ago, if you have been to NOC, you would have seen this auditorium. So we had a task to make this happen. We approached Olympic Council of Asia, they gave us funding. When we look at the refurbishment, we were short by 5 million. So I told Suresh, we need it. So he said, Maxi, I will underwrite it. And he did it. Thank you, Suresh. This wonderful facility is world class. I don't think others got it. We have the control here for the mics, everything, and it was done in a more professional manner. So this is one of the projects. The turning point came 1 year ago with we approach Chris. Always, when people, everyone says market is down, economy is down, world is down. We NOC proved if you are a good leader, good manager, only when the economy is down, you must be in a position to come up. That shows your leadership quality, that shows you are a smart guy. When everything is going well, anybody can do it. I'm sure Mr. Alderman will agree, I'm sure Brandix will agree, and Sunshine can agree. So we are done, Suresh. We have done all these things not for the benefit of myself, Suresh, our committee, the benefit of the athletes, benefit of all these people. Firstly, I like to place on record my sincere gratitude to Olympic Solidarity, Olympic Council of Asia, IOC, for supporting all of us. A little story about gymnastics. We approached Japanese Olympic Committee 2 years ago. I must place on record my sincere appreciation to then President Takeda, the current President Judo IOC member, famous judoka in Japan, Yamashita Sensei, and my good friend Nishimura came forward and said, Maxwell, we will train Milka for Olympics. So something one knows, if you don't get the exposure outside Sri Lanka, it is not easy to make it to the podium. It's not easy. I must now say, which are not shared even with my president, about Milka. Milka's training, Suresh Kamal was from police who was the former president of gymnastics was responsible, and Jivanta and Rangalu. Then I thought, what do you do after Olympics? He has to come back. And I know the condition in Sri Lanka, the sports ministry, gymnasium, you can't do gymnastics there. There's no way. And I always say, I don't know how they do it. Safety standards are not good. I must be very open to share with you. We approached Japanese Olympic Committee, my good friend Nishimura, then Watanabe, IOC member, Gymnastics Association, World Gymnastics Association. He agreed, Suresh, we will be seeing him in Tokyo, that he will train Milka till 2024. This is possible due to our close relationship with Japanese Olympic Committee and Mr. Watanabe and the National Gymnastics Association. Then we like to thank for judo Mr. Weiser of International Judo Federation and Captain Hussain of FINA, that is the World Swimming Federation, for supporting us always. They have been with us so long. Just a call, you can get things done. This time for training for Chamara, we managed to previously get him into Slovenia, but due to pandemic, it was not possible. We had a daunting task arranging his visas, so we, greatest difficulty, managed to get a visa to Kosovo. We are just sending for 1 week, but after that we will send him for a few months. Thanks to Foreign Secretary Professor Colomboge, and our good friend Shamal Fernando, Foreign Ministry people, Immigration, and the ambassador in Turkey. He managed to, we send the passport to him, he stamped it and sent it back to us. This is not possible normally in Sri Lanka. We have done it. I like to thank all of them for the excellent support given to us. I'll be failing in my duty if I don't thank Army Commander General Shavendra De Silva, especially arranging the vaccination for the whole contingent. When everybody was struggling to get COVID vaccines, just a call by Suresh, it was arranged and we managed to get it, and we gave a pledge to Tokyo and to IOC that everyone coming from Sri Lanka will be vaccinated, fully vaccinated, and we kept that pledge. Thank you, General. I'd like to thank the National Sports Council, Ministry of Sports, Secretary, Mr. Vijay Kohn, and Director General DG, Mr. Amal Vijay Surya, for assisting wherever possible whenever we ask for it. And also to thank the Ministry and also Immigration for arranging Matilda's passport at very short notice, because without that she can't participate in the event. I'd like to thank the Japanese Embassy, particularly the ambassador, for the encouragement given to us. The Tokyo 2020 Organizing Committee, and especially to my friend Toru-san, he has been supportive of Sri Lanka. We also had 2 cities in Japan who were supposed to do hosting for us, Hashima City and Sammu City. They were our host cities, but we couldn't get the facilities due to pandemic because it was cancelled. Otherwise, we have been in touch with them. We had a lot of meetings online, and I would like to thank Dr. Lal and Sanjeevani in Sammu City for all the arrangements they have done. All these things leading to Olympics, leading to participation is not possible if you don't have the backing of particularly sponsors. Once again, I'd like to say thank you for your generosity. I'm sure this time, Suresh, even though we had many sponsors in the past, I have a daunting task. I will tell you to stop it because the list is getting longer. We keep it for another day, but I think this gives you the confidence from our side. You gave us the confidence so that we can move forward. We have many more events. We will do justice to you because all this money what we are getting is not for us. That's for athletes, the development of athletes and coaches. May I say thank you to activity partner Aras, Richardson, Lovi, and particularly to our TV Sri Lanka Rupavahini, who came forward at a very crucial time together with Swarnavahini Group, PG Martin, and everyone who is here. The Sri Lanka Olympic Committee together with our Expo, we like to say thank you to all of you. It's always possible to miss somebody. So I always try to say that I don't miss, particularly EFM. You will also see that many things leading to Olympics. After Olympics, we will ensure the brand visibility is there for every one of you to show to the community that job backing worthy cause. In order to do this, you need an excellent team. It's like a football team, Suresh, you need to have Lionel Messi also in the team. You also need to have good goalkeeper. So for me, first, like to say thank you to believing in the new team. And I like to say everyone was telling it's not easy. We all contributed. Particularly, I must say, first to thank you to Chandana for getting all those packages done and getting approval from IOC, which was not done earlier, Chandana. It's the first time we got it like this, even to get approval from IOC. Thank you. And then the CDM, Gamini, thank you. At crucial time, you were with President and going to Bhuvaini and concluding the deal. It was a good one. And also encouraging everyone here. We also have an interesting guy, Fasil, came at a time to relieve me because I was handling the international side. Fasil was taking care of the sponsors and doing things and bringing the new dimension to NOC event testing. Thank you, Fasil. Thank you also. You deserve a good applause for all the good work, and I'm sure you will be there for the next few years for us to do it. There was an important element in the whole team. Because of the COVID, we need to ensure, even though it's a small team, we need to ensure that we take safety as number one. So I told Suresh we need to have a good doctor who has the exposure. So Himan, thank you for all your good work. He's an IOC qualified physician from Parapita Hospital. He has done a great job and keep going, Himan. The media is here for the first time in the history of NOC. IOC has given 10 slots to Sri Lanka. If you go back to the past survey, you will look at it, you will see London it's 5, Brazil it was, Rio it was a little bit more, but we have never got 10 slots to Sri Lanka. Because it's a small country. For IOC it's a very small country, we don't have top 10 in the world in this thing. Other than the top 10 we are in the IOC meetings. So we got media and also we got Rupavani. I like to say thank you, do justice to everyone, because it's the first time in the history of NOC, I have been here for a long time, I have seen such a big number being taken and we have taken care of all their needs. There was no support from anyone else, so I like to say thank you. We are spending this money to raise the profile of the athlete, not our profile. We don't need, we are already here, we don't need any profile updating. So ensure you take care of athlete, bring their profile up so that we could be happy. I have a very good team working at NOC. Mahesh, you know, you will be surprised how I don't think any corporate can have this sort of stuff in the office. I can vouch for that. I don't need to tell them. They will wait till 3:30 in the morning in the office. Okay. These are married people. I don't think you can have that commitment from any of your staff. We don't pay overtime, but they are just coming. That's the commitment. You have it. As Sushantika kiwa commitment I like to say thank you to NOC staff for a wonderful job, especially to Hansika. She is the coordinator for the whole games. I know a lot of pressure on her, and also for everyone in the office supporting her and the work we have been done. Last but not the least, our Kampia Harita, Haritha, thank you for coming to our events every time and doing a wonderful job. මේ අවස්ථාවේදී මේ සියලු දෙනාටම ජාතික ඔලිම්පික් කමිටුව වෙනුවෙන් මගේ හෘදයාංගම ස්තුතිය පුද කරන අතර විශේෂයෙන්ම මාධ්‍ය මම ඉල්ලා සිටින්නේ අපේ ක්‍රීඩකයන්ගේ ධිරමත් කිරීමට තමුන්වහන්සේලා මේ අපි කරන කර්තව්‍යයට උදව්වක් හැටියට තමුන්වහන්සේලාගේ ඒ කරන එක මීට වැඩි කරන්න මොකද මුළු රටම බලාගෙන ඉන්නවා මුළු ලෝකයම බලාගෙන ඉන්නවා මේ පාර අපේ ක්‍රීඩාව දෙකක් පළවෙනි වතාවට යන්නේ ජිම්නාස්ටික් and equestrian ඒකින්ද ඒ වගේ අමාරු ක්‍රීඩා දෙකක් යන එක තමුන්වහන්සේලා highlight කරලා තමුන්වහන්සේලා කරන්න ඒ වගේම මෙතනට ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්න අපේ ක්‍රීඩකයෝ විශේෂයෙන්ම නිරූපක අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා හැම එක්කෙනාගේම 100% නෙවෙයි 200 අපි ඉන්නවා අර ගිය පාර වගේ පිටිපසින් සිංහලෙන් කරන පොඩි සද්දයක් ගන්න. ඔබ සියලු දෙනාටම ජය. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you very much. Maxwell De Silva, Secretary General, National Olympic Committee of Sri Lanka. We come to the end of today's event. On behalf of the National Olympic Committee of Sri Lanka and the whole of Sri Lanka, we would like to wish the team all the best. It's a hard task, but we hope that it will be worthwhile. And while thanking you all, small invitation to all of you to collect your pack of from the lobby. COVID restrictions do not permit us to host you and ready around us until the games are over. Thank you.